Hey Gemini, I hope you're doing well. I want to thank everybody who's been watching my videos for all the likes, shares, subscribes, and comments. I really appreciate it. So I'm recording this on December 15th. I'm going to start off your reading with an oracle message. We are nearing the end of Sagittarius season and the full moon in Gemini. So Gemini, it should be a pretty powerful time for you. And that will transition us into Capricorn season. Happy half birthday. Okay, so what do we have here for Gemini? Okay, we got two. I'll take both of them. The first one's the Blade, number 6. Second one's the Owl, number 39, which is 12. Which is 3 as well. So you have 3, 6. There's also a 3 in here. Things are lining up for you is what I'm getting. Things are coming into an alignment here. The funny thing is there is a feather in this picture here on the Blade. I don't know if you could see it, but there is a feather here, and then the owl came out behind it. So I feel like there's also something that you're going to have to look closely because you're going to be given some kind of a signifier, some kind of a sign here. A sign from the divine. You also do have the full moon coming up. You have the moon cycle going across and the full moon lining up here. Very strong alignment for you, Gemini. There's alignment. There's going to be some kind of a sign. You might see a feather or something with a very small polka dot pattern, like white polka dots on black fabric or dark fabric here. There's going to be some kind of pattern or even just a feather here. Or you might even see an owl or some kind of like a weird blade or knife here. And it's going to signify that you're on the right path, okay? Now let's pull the messages here from the book and see. The owl's wisdom here. But I'm getting to some, like the owls can see well in the dark. I'm getting that around this full moon, you're going to see something very clearly in how things align. It could be an alignment somehow in yourself, or it could be like a big picture alignment here. You know, I did recently see that we're entering like the 5D Earth right now, so you might see how certain things are lining up, and you're starting to see through it, like see through the dark is what I'm getting. Okay, number 6, the Blade. Okay. The blade represents sharpness of the mind, body, and spirit. Pointing upward, it summons the power of heaven. When aimed down to the ground, it anchors the power of the heavens on earth. The blade can be a healing tool or a weapon. Wield it wisely and it will transmit power, bestow initiations, cut energetic cords from the past, or sever toxic relationships. Use it with anger and it will slash, stab, and kill. So it's about how you can use something to help a situation or hurt a situation. That's kind of how I understood that. But a healing tool or a weapon. There's something here with this alignment. You're going to see how everything kind of fits together here. And it could have to do with how something could be a healing tool, a medicine, or possibly a weapon. 39. The owl. The owl is the master of the night. She can see situations with perfect clarity, more so when it is dark, and is able to discern truth when others are sightless. She helps you find your light and your lightness in the darkest moments of your life, and to embrace the night as your ally. Owl can bring you messages from the invisible world. She opens your ears so that you may hear the voices of the ancestors, and you may acquire their wisdom and make it your own. Again, about wisdom and about seeing something here that's it hasn't been very clear to see, but there's something you're going to see, and it has to do with how things are aligning with something that could either be a healing tool or possibly a weapon here. So I had a little bit of a moment recently where I met someone for the first time, and one of the things I like to do is when I finally, when I get to know somebody and spend one-on-one time with somebody for the first time, I like to guess their zodiac sign. And I knew he was an air sign, And I guessed, Aquarius and Libra, because that had come up in one of my readings earlier that day. And then he said, no, I'm a Gemini. And it gave me this little moment. I was like, the Magician card is Virgo and Gemini, and we're both ruled by Mercury here. So I don't know. I feel like, let's see how that ties into your situation here, if it does at all. But I just thought it was interesting when we share the same ruling planet, how there could be some kind of almost like a mirror in a way, but like a fun house mirror. Okay, Ten of Pentacles upright. And the Queen of Cups. Definitely a time of abundance here. I mean, things are looking good for you. There's some kind of, financial gain here, or there's some kind of lavishness, luxury here. Queen of Cups is somebody who is leading with the heart, somebody who is very, very loving, very emotional in a warm way, someone who's very warm. I'm seeing all the dragonflies around her. There's something mystical about a person. It could also be if there's a holiday gathering coming up with this Ten of Pentacles here, like there's some kind of extravagance, and there's somebody here who's very warm. They're a very good host or hostess. You might connect with them on a spiritual level here, because I was just talking about having those little moments where you realize your same ruling planet. You might have a moment like that with somebody, with that Ten of Pentacles. It could be like someone in the family who you might have some kind of a strong spiritual bonding moment with. You have the Hanged Man. Could be a Pisces coming up after that Queen of Cups. Could be a Pisces. If not, it's a feeling of stagnancy here, but then you have that Ten of Wands. So you have 10-10. There could also be some kind of an ending here. Ten of Wands is the end of carrying a burden. There's also a tower that looks like it's got blood on it in this card, but that, for the first time I'm realizing that could just be ivy where the leaves turned red. So I always thought it was just blood on the tower, but it could be like an ivy vine where the leaves turn red in the fall. I'm getting something here is definitely coming to like the end of a cycle. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. Could be possibly somebody is retiring here. That Hanged Man, though. I feel like, I don't know, I'm getting like retirement energy. Okay, what else do we have here for Gemini? Got the Ace of Wands reversed. The World reversed. Ace of Swords upright and the Queen of Cups again. Bottom of the deck is Temperance. You have a lot of fire energy. Fire and water is what I'm picking up strongly here. Feel like if somebody is retiring with that Ace of Wands reversed, it's news about maybe not feeling like, I don't know, maybe they're struggling to find some kind of a hobby or like a creative hobby here. The World reversed. Having trouble. It's like, I don't know, I feel like somebody's having trouble finding inspiration with that Ace of Wands reversed and the World reversed here. But then you have this Ace of Swords and then the Queen of Cups. I feel like this person, this Queen of Cups energy that's going to be around you within this week, This very warm spiritual energy is what I'm picking up on. Probably a Pisces. It could be also Cancer, Scorpio, but very strong Pisces here. They are going to suggest something. It's because when someone here is very warm and really sees like what makes people, they try to see what makes people happy. When someone is a very giving, warm, loving person, they try to understand what really makes people happy. They might be good at getting the best gifts, or, you know, in this case, I feel like suggesting something somebody could start as a hobby, or possibly like a little adventure, a new adventure here. It's because they want to make people happy. They want to show love by understanding what makes people happy here. I feel like there's some kind of energy like that that's around that is going to help give somebody an idea that is possibly going to help them come out of a rut, like a creative rut here. And then you have this Temperance card here, which, I mean, it is still Sagittarius season, of course, but if there was a Sagittarius, I never get this with this card. If there was a Sagittarius that you knew that has passed on, I feel like they're visiting you as an angel. But there is a lot of fire energy here, so there could also be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, strong Sagittarius involved here. I'm also getting something about like a mathematician or like geometric patterns, how things can be divided also, but like not divided like very technically divided, like mathematically. Shapes, like shapes. It could also be, I'm picturing like somebody possibly creating, like welding, creating something, like structures here, but like welding, something along those lines. You have death. That was also came up sideways like a challenge position. So you may have someone who's passed on who's been visiting or will be visiting here. Another challenge position energy here. Four of Pentacles reverse, letting go. It didn't want to show itself. The Two of Swords reverse. Somebody seeing something that they haven't wanted to see. Seven of Swords. Okay, with all of this, I feel like if there was an ending here with, I know there's a Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. I'm getting somebody might be retiring, or there could be some kind of a completion with a project here. And that's why with this Ace of Wands reverse, someone's having trouble finding like a new project or new inspiration here. But there's some kind of completion with like a passion or a project or a career here. And it looks like it was a way for somebody to either make a living, or they're very well off, and honestly like they might not, the money might, it doesn't seem like a factor anymore here. It's more so about like having a new project, like more so for a creative outlet here. But you know, if you can make money off of it too, why not, right? So you have the Death, the Four of Pentacles reverse, Two of Swords reverse, Seven of Swords. It's like after this ending here, it's hard to let go because somebody has been struggling to see something, but they're gonna see that there was some kind of I mean, Seven of Swords is usually deception, right? But somebody did something here intentionally is what I'm getting. I don't know if it's like, because I mean, usually if it's a big deception reading, you would have seen it sooner. There's someone who did something here. They did something intentionally, and it's somebody didn't want to like see it or admit it or possibly talk about it. Also with this card, you know, it's the Seven of Swords. She takes 5 and leaves 2, and then this one she's got the 2 swords here right next to it. It's like somebody intentionally did something to leave the other person with, it's like they need to let go of it. They were left with something after someone intentionally did something to them. They could have said something to them. It could have just been like words, or it could have been more. It could be something that, it's like they need to let go. They need to let go of what somebody said to them. Even though they said it intentionally to try to get a reaction out of them, they need to let it go here. So That's what I'm getting. I don't know. For me, honestly, this feels like some kind of a gathering around the holidays, and there is this like very warm-hearted person here who's gonna help spark like an idea for somebody to work on a new project or creative venture here. But there's also this thing here. Possibly it could have been a Sagittarius who has passed on, who is now like a angel for a person here. But there's also, it could, tying into this next row here, it could be about finding balance because after this ending here, somebody may have said something intentionally to try to get a reaction, and it's important to just let go of this. And you will let go of it, but Spirit's just letting you know that if somebody says something throughout the next week or so here, and they say it to try to get a reaction out of you, that it's just in your best interest to let it go. You know, it's just coming up like that. So. Um, so that's what I have for you, Gemini. It looks like there is some kind of a cool idea here that's going to spark a lot of thoughts. So, and it's funny because one of my readings, I'm a Virgo rising and Virgo sun. So one of my readings today, it talked about if you have a good idea that comes up around the next week, don't ignore it. Write it down and seriously entertain the idea because there's some kind of a very strong, powerful idea coming in. So sharing Mercury as our ruling planet, I do want to say the same for you, that if you hear some kind of idea or have some kind of idea here that's going to spark a creative a passion or possibly a creative project, that don't just blow it off, really think about it. So that's what I have for you today, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching and take care.